Nice to see you again, Simon. It's always a pleasure to have you come in.
Cheers, thank you.
And you've got the Division 1 National coming up.
Yeah,
For your
indeed.
Dorking team.
Yes.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been nice to get on the river,
Yeah.
actually, because we don't have too much going on down south where I live, river-wise. We've got the River Medway in Kent. The Thames is not many matches on there now, so it's actually nice to get on somewhere that flows a bit, even though the fishing's difficult.
Yeah, and you've been and had a look?
Yeah, I've been to Evesham a couple of times, and I've been
Yeah.
to one of the other sections at the weekend, which wasn't so good, but I think that's about the worst place. But yeah, generally had
Just
some
lacking
bites.
with rain and like all the other rivers at the moment.
Yeah, but there are fish, you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of little fishing areas, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's been enjoyable so far for the most.
And there'll be this main staple of a national, won't they? The small fish and that, to get your points.
Knowledge of the sections will
Yeah.
be a big advantage for the local teams.
Mhm.
Even if they don't fish them that much now, they will know from the past the big fish pegs will still be the big fish pegs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a daunting match if you don't fish it, because there's a lot of tactics and a lot of tackle to prepare.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've enjoyed it so far.
And you've got a few items that might help.
Yeah, just going to highlight really
Yeah.
an odd float from my range that I've been using that are good for the venue. So
Great stuff.
probably the first one, working from the inside line out, is the chop,
Yep.
which we all sort of know from the canal work. But earlier in the year, I bought in the 0.8 and the 1 gram size in those, which is new.
Yeah.
So they're quite good size because there's not much flow.
Mhm.
For fishing just over, if you've got some pads and cover close in, just bait dropping some worms or putting them in even loose because there's not much movement. That's quite a decent, sort of big enough float as it goes for little perch.
And what sort of depth of?
Well, it depends where you draw, but you could have 6 foot there on some of it, even close in.
So you want a gram for 6 foot?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so, yeah. Because you're fishing for little, you know, hopefully it'd be nice to catch a big fish, but it's quite a few little perch. So you'd be fishing with maybe a 16 hook to 011 or 012. So that's one good float for that. And then moving out to the long pole, which will be a big tactic on the match. I've actually been using this float a lot, which is the Siwai Steady.
Steady, yeah.
Such a good float this is, I really love it. It's got a nice plastic tip, wire stem, and that body shape. Even if there's not much flow, it does seem it's a personal favourite of mine. Been using it on hemp in a 0.3, strung out.
Yeah.
It only goes up to 0.6 in the range, so it's like a small float, 0.2 to 0.6. But that's a really good float for the Avon.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be like my number 1 choice in a lot of it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But obviously some of it's going to be deeper, and then there's these 3 floats here, even though the middle one and the one on this side are basically the same float. So that's my river float, which is a good all-round choice, plastic tip, wire stem, nice and stable for some of the deeper sections. That goes from 0.75 to 4 grams, but this middle one is called an Umbertide, which was another new float I bought out this year.
Yeah.
Which it goes up to 0.6, if you like, so it fits in below the river.
Yes, yeah.
But they're 2 good sort of floats that you can see, that you can fish a variety of baits with.
Yeah.
Not too sensitive, you know, if you get a bit of a downstream wind or something, it's quite nice to have a plastic tip.
Yeah.
So they're 2 good floats for the long pole. And the last one is this one, is a Magic Roach.
Yeah,
that's
a
more
nice float,
sensitive,
isn't it?
yeah. That's a fibre tip, wire stem, slimmer body. So that's like complements those other ones in that it's more sensitive float. Probably more difficult to fish in certain conditions.
Yeah.
But for finicky roach, that's like another option that fits with that one. They're 2 different versions.
And what size would you fish that?
Well, again, depends on. That goes up to 2 gram. Actually, it goes up to 3 gram now.
Yeah.
From 0.4, I think. So it covers. You can fish it strung out or a little bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just a couple more products, the hooks. So this hook I can't recommend highly enough. IM80 for roach fishing.
Yeah, that's a popular hook, that one.
Yeah, it's quite an old hook, to be honest, in the Hydra range. But
That's the first one we had from you. I think,
yeah,
right?
it's, you know,
Yeah.
18s to 24s for the canals, but you can get 16s and 14s, which are not overly big. It's like a size smaller for the size, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're brilliant hooks for the Avon, for the long pole for roach, on hemp and pinkies and big maggot. There's quite a few people that are actually sold on those hooks that use them sort of exclusively for that type of fishing. And then another hook, which is the 601, again, this is a brilliant hook when there's a few more fish about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit stronger. It's a black hook. Been using this at Bow Beach and in Italy and on the Avon in smaller sizes. That's just like a sort of stronger hook compared with the 80.
Oh, I
bit
see.
more.
Yeah.
But they're ever so sharp. I fished a match at Bow Beach the other day, and I did chop and change between rigs, but my main rig, I reckon, well, I never changed the hook
No.
in the whole match.
No.
So if I fished it for 3 hours of the match, I caught about 240 roach. I must have caught 150 fish on the same hook. And I carried on the next match with the same rig with the same
did
hook
you?
on. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't bother changing
No,
it?
it's so sharp.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, they're expensive.
Oh,
aren't
no,
they?
they are. Yeah. Yeah.
No, so
That's
yeah,
nice.
so that's a good hook as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. So just a little.
We just hope it managed, you know, it fishes okay and
Yeah.
everybody has a few bites.
In the willing areas,
Yeah.
just need to avoid the duffers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Fingers crossed.
Draw bag, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. There's a few in my team that draw better than me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great stuff.
All
Thanks,
right.
Simon.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you
Yeah,
as
cheers.
always.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.